First impressions, it's beautiful. It's very different than the standard hotel, but it just is beautiful with all the color, mid-century modern, Palm Springs sort of style. Love it.
Okay, so guess where we are?
Where? Where could we be? Oh,
Yay!
Disneyland!
We're back to Disneyland!
And we're staying at the new villas at Disneyland Hotel,
Brand
the DVC
new.
building.
We saw those being built.
Yes, we did actually years ago.
We'll put it up in the corner.
Yeah.
The video where they were just like breaking ground and building it, and we were peeking over the fence.
Yeah.
Now
So
it's real, and we could stay there.
Yay! So hey, stick around and watch. We're going to give you a room tour and talk about our impressions of it. Thank you for being here. Oh, look at this. They made the pixie dust out of the way. They did the concrete. Welcome home. This is home. We love home. Oh, this is beautiful. Nice work center, family area. This lobby is just beautiful. This mural with all of the Disney characters. Okay, I love these chairs. I love orange, and I love mid-century modern. We don't decorate mid-century modern, but I love it. Are you a bit excited?
Not now.
You're not excited now? Look at that beautiful carpet, the arches in the hall. Okay, this is gorgeous. This is swanky. 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 Oh, look at that wallpaper. That's great. All the characters. I love art of Disney. Okay, we are in room 913. This is supposed to be an accessible room. Diane doesn't need a roll-in shower, but we do need the ability to get into a tub more easily and bathe. And we thought that the room would be a walk-in shower as opposed to a shorter tub. But upon our entry, the shampoos have leaked and the tub is not what we expected. But otherwise, it really is a beautiful place. Hello. Beautiful sink, all the marble, the light up mirror. I love the theming of so much of the art. It's just beautiful. Commode. So then we walk in the main hall and you see this is the Deluxe studio, and with a preferred view is what they say. They said a pool view. We're on the 9th floor, and so we do have a pool view of the DVC pool, not the main complex pool. We were expecting, Diane just closed this, and now I can't see. Here we go. All right, so there's the DVC pool down there. Again, we're on the 9th floor. But then we also have the Anaheim neighborhood view, which is fine. It's lots of palm trees, but it's not what we expected. We, again, expected the interior view. When you come in, they have the screen, as all the DVC resorts, I think all the hotels now. So welcome to the Banks family, and beautiful music playing. In the Deluxe studio, it does have this cabinet area with a refrigerator and safe, microwave and sink, coffee maker. And then also this closet sort of unit with pillows and blankets, an iron and ironing board, and laundry basket. Although this DVC room does not have its own washer and dryer, but there, I believe, is a laundry room on property. Look at that beautiful headboard.
That lights up.
Oh, does it?
I believe so.
Where's the light switch? Although it's too bright in here at the moment, but let's see.
Maybe not.
I can't tell, but again, it's lighted. Oh, there we go. It lit up. Well, that's pretty. So it looks very comfortable bed with its bedding. And of course, there are plugs. I do not see, that's not a, it looks like a phone line, not a USB. Are there no USB plugs here?
I found that very hard to believe.
I do too. I will have to go searching for that. There is not a USB plug there. There is not a USB plug here either. Wow. Well, we now travel with our own charging block that plugs into a regular plug that has USB and MagSafe. I will show that a little bit later and put a link for that in the description because it is just wonderful. Here is the couch and the a storage area there and a tray that rolls and moves. And then of course this beautiful walnut with inlaid wood design is also a bed. And it crushes the couch as it goes down. Look at that, that's lovely. A cell from Cinderella. And it does have USB plugs in there.
Well, that's not fair.
I know, not fair. What's up with that? But only on one side. So if somebody's on that side of the bed, too bad. Too bad for you. Okay, well, it's just beautiful. Look at this sort of mosaic tiles here with insets and a TV on the floating walnut wood with backlight. And those curtains are pretty too. They were open, so I didn't see that pattern. That's very very lovely. All right, so we started doing some of the room tour and you clearly could hear that we were a little less than pleased about some things. And so we've made some calls to try to solve some issues. And while we've been waiting for responses, they're book solid and lots of issues, and it took them a while. We just began to see more and more things about the room that we were not pleased with. And we want to share some of that with you. Everybody's expectations are different, but if you just, let's put this into context. We've been DVC members since when?
2005.
2005. We've
So
stayed
almost
at
20 years.
Yeah, so we've stayed at the Alani. We've stayed all over Disney World. We've gone on the cruise ships. We've stayed at Grand Californian, and so
Disneyland hotels, Paradise Pier.
So we've got context of what Disney has trained us to expect. It's not that we're entitled or feel like we're better than or being snobs. It's not about that. It's about we know what we should expect. And do you feel like this is measuring up? No, it's not. It's a gorgeous facility when you walk in, and you heard some of my initial reactions, the art and the carpets and the halls, and it's beautiful.
It has a great zhuzh.
Yeah.
But then the finishes, the square footage
of the studio, we have no idea of the one bedroom.
The descriptors versus the reality. It has the thematic, but it's like cost plus furniture versus Pottery Barn.
Yeah.
And they've trained us to like Pottery Barn. We bought into Pottery Barn.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're on cost plus and it's like, oh, well, that's cute. But it doesn't feel right. And it's just,
And
like it's only months old, and there's like damaged
wear and tear already showing. It's not.
It's already
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my gosh, and it just makes you sad. And like we thought that we got the preferred view. Well, we're looking at air conditioning units. That's not
preferred. No.
Like I thought I was going to be watching fireworks tonight, and no, it's not. I'm looking in, Anaheim backyards.
And so just some of the standard amenities of this room, as we walked around and we showed some things. Little surprised that there isn't enough electrical outlets. There are no USB outlets next to the primary bed. They're in this closet unit that we opened up. The
There
hanging
isn't a closet,
space.
really.
It's not a closet.
It's like a box.
It's an armoire sort of thing.
And it like has a half closet. So like if you had
No long
dresses,
hanging.
you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like a coat, you can't hang up a coat.
There isn't a single dresser drawer. There's not all the DVC properties we've ever gone to has dressers. I'm the type of person, I don't like to live out of a suitcase. So
You can't unpack here.
I can't unpack. There's no place to put anything.
And on top of that, there's no place to put your suitcase.
And
even if
and
you do.
again, now often we stay at the one bedroom, and maybe the one bedroom here has a dresser. That said, we have
This is
stayed.
one step up from.
We've stayed at a studio at other properties, and dresser drawers have always been part of the thing. So
This is one step up from staying in a motorhome.
well, it's more than one step.
It's a motorhome with Disney thematic.
Yeah,
With an Aurora theme.
The visual artistry is
small,
gorgeous. Yeah,
and it's the same sort of like laminate finishes and box edition.
Which is the complaint. If you look at a lot of Disney vloggers are talking about the way Disney is moving their hotels. They're moving a lot of their rooms to a more of a non-Disney corporate look. A Hilton, stay type place, suite.
So here's the thing.
They're not very Disney-like anymore.
We need to look up if we were paying actual cash dollars to stay here, and maybe you can't at this point. I don't know. I would probably be going postal.
It's cheaper to stay. I mean, lots of vloggers have said it's cheaper to stay off property if you're not a DVC owner. The issue is you're on the Disney grounds. But there are hotels across the streets and around here that are less than night for larger. We stayed at one that was massive. What was that? It's over by the convention center on one of our trips here a few years ago.
That was the Hilton.
Massive room, huge. Far less money than to stay at a Disney property if you're going to pay cash for the hotel. But if you're a DVC owner and you stay at a DVC room, this is very disappointing. This is really overstated for shock value, but it's lipstick on a pig. It's a beautiful looking room until you then look it's actually cheaply done. And it doesn't have the amenity, doesn't have drawers, doesn't have USB things, doesn't have enough electrical outlets, a dirty tub, things that are just not holding up. It's not well done.
We've stayed across the courtyard at the Fantasy Tower.
The original Disneyland hotels.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
In the hotel, Disneyland Hotel. So it's on the other side of this pool. And the square footage of this room, Len argues with me, but I think it's 4 times this size.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big, but it was bigger.
times.
And that's a hotel room, not a suite
But
with
it
a
had
bedroom and kitchen.
2 king-size beds.
Yeah.
It had table. It had a couch.
Yeah.
It had a desk. It had
Very well
a lovely,
appointed, beautiful
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet it's on property. It's with the fireworks view, looking out on downtown Disney.
Yeah.
And
so
that's just across the courtyard at the same hotel, basically.
So then
So have we downgraded by going to DVC? And that's where I get really crazy.
Yeah, this feels like a downgrade from the hotels, and usually DVC are upgrades.
Yes.
But let's talk something else. Anaheim has imposed a hotel tax on the DVC rooms. I don't know if it's on the regular rooms. I think regular rooms pay in Anaheim hotel tax.
Or maybe it starts the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and so I'm going to find out a little bit more information. But for the 3 nights we're staying here, we're getting an additional $300 plus fee.
So it's $100 per night.
Yeah, and I'll find out the
That's
actual
a
dollar
whole
amounts. Yeah.
Hotel cost.
Yeah.
I mean,
not
if
at a
you
Disney
stayed-
hotel.
No,
but
but
that's
if
a
you
crazy tax.
yeah, that's insane.
And I don't know if that's a stay, what the breakdown is of nights. That's coming to Grand Californian as well. And I'll tell you, I already feel like we're done with DVC in California. We're just not going to be able to put up with that. We wanted to buy this property.
Like we had talked to people about when it opens, we want to be ready to.
We've been looking at this for years, thinking we wanted to buy this, and then we didn't because we have a lot of points, and we wanted to stay here. But knowing that tax,
and now seeing it, no way,
never. So Anaheim is shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, California as a whole, it's like tourism is your bread and butter. What the heck are they thinking?
Yeah, we pay too much money for DVC, the monthly maintenance, and the initial point purchase.
Don't nickel and dime us like
Don't add that on. So, yeah, and now that it's coming to Grand Californian as well, we're just not going to come back and stay at a DVC property here. And we're Californians and we love Disneyland, but we just can't do that with DVC. We'll stay off. I would rather go in and pay for a cheap motel down the block, but at least I know what I'm getting.
This is getting into rant.
Yeah. Well, all of this has been rant. So there you go. But I just let me finish my rant.
But we should show some of these examples.
Let's show some of the examples. All right, so here already is just some of the things. This is just a laminate finish of this box sort of rolly thing that has some storage inside, and it's already showing wear and tear after just a few months. We've all showed a few things already. You know, the dent on the refrigerator. And that's just bad guests. You know, just things happen. But, you know, it just is sad that this
looks tacky.
It looks tacky. And I said already, I mean, the visual of the room is beautiful at first, but then again, look, as we opened it up the first time, showed you inside this closet cabinet, there's no, hanging space. There's no storage space to empty your refrigerator. There's no storage space to empty out your luggage. It's just strange. Some odd choices. And then again, next to the bed, we already showed this, my initial confusion, that there's just this little floating nightstand with one outlet and no USBs. And so if you have a medical device like I do, I can't put that in and charge my phone next to my bed. And it's just absurd. So just random things. Okay, correction. They do have 2 drawers. So there you go. That's not much, but they do have that. And then we do. And then in the bathroom, they don't have any place. I mean, I guess when you take those towels out, one could put their makeup kits or shaving kits or things like that. But there's very little counter space and really, really poor storage. The functionality, I mean, there aren't a lot of hooks for towels or robes. There is just the one up high and a one low. And if there's only 2 people in here, that's fine, I suppose. But it just isn't the most functional. We're just saying. This is the splash pad pool here at our hotel at the DVC Tower. Thankfully, there's no little kids on it right at the moment. That's why it's a little shady. But I don't want to film children at the pool. But the pool complex is just really, really beautiful. Very well done. Very well done. Love the orange. If you know me, you know I love orange. So I like this. Happy color.
You're right, it's your turn.
Okay, as you can see in this room, the bathroom is different. It's got a full shower unit with a separate commode room. And it doesn't take up as much space in the floor plan, so it allows for the bedroom layout to be different with all the built-in closets and such. But there is more shelf space on this and more vanity space to do a bit more of the storage. And so we appreciate that. Although there's still only the two hooks split into two, so 4 towels apparently, but not a lot of hooks, which always seems to be the problem at all DVC, not just this property. All right, in this room, when you come in, there's the front door, and then to the right, after you pass the bathroom unit, is the small kitchenette and the closet areas. And so this, because of the smaller floor plan of the bathroom, allows a better layout in the room and allows the longer hanging items. We've since reflected that the shorter hanging bars probably make sense for somebody in a wheelchair, but surely they have traveling companions that have longer clothing items. So while I understand the shorter bar of the other room, it still is not functional for everybody. But this also offers more closet space by having the 2 units and then a better layout of the kitchen. Here they have a double wide dresser under the TV, 6 drawers, and so that is really so much better. Here is a view of the long counter now that isn't broken up with a closet on that side, so we get those 6 drawers going down to the bench. Feels much more open and spacious in here, all because of that extra bathroom space being reduced. So radical layout difference. One of the biggest changes in Odd is that there are USB plugs in the room next to the bed, the primary bed, for non-accessible rooms. I don't understand why they don't have that for the accessible room. Don't people with disabilities use USBs? I don't understand it. Still only 1 plug outlet, but we travel with these now rather than hoping that a room has a USB. This is an anchor block, and there is a link below in the description where you could find it on Amazon. We get a small commission, but no extra charge to you should you do that. But we love this, traveling with that, very convenient. MagSafe charge for phones, the watch, and then if you have the charging earbuds. In any case, that works, plugging it into the plug, but because we also have some medical devices, we need 2 plugs. I'm gonna start traveling with a plug splitter. The hotel did offer us a small plug strip so that I could extend the plugs. This room has the Princess and the Frog theme. The whole hall is highlighted that way with the different art. And in the pull down bed, isn't that beautiful? Just sweet. So we are enjoying that theme. Of course, this is just preference, having a view of the inside pool. That's what we thought preferred view meant that we were paying for. We didn't feel the other view was preferred. It really doesn't matter. Again, it's preference. But right over there are the fireworks at night you can see. And then of course, you see the beautiful classic Disneyland hotel pool area. And we just preferred this view rather than looking out into a neighborhood of Anaheim, even though it was over the new DVC pool area. But of course, we like this view better, and they were wonderful to accommodate us, and we appreciate that. Okay, it seems to me that those are the major changes. The layout of where the long cabinet under the TV and what is housed there, and the closet structure, and of course then the bathroom layout. I don't really understand. They have accessible rooms with roll-in showers, and they have accessible rooms with what they call accessible tubs, which just means that they're a shorter tub. I mean, not having those disabilities, I'm not entirely sure how that's a benefit. It certainly wasn't to Diane, who has knee issues, and she thought accessible meant that she wouldn't have to step over the wall of a tub. Even though it was shorter, it still was a difficulty. So this standard Deluxe is actually better for us than the accessible one, as it turns out. So that's good to know when we stay here. And if you're watching and have some of those concerns between an accessible room and such, hopefully that will help you. All right, it's been a little while since we returned from that trip, and we've had time to ponder as I put together some of this video. And to close down this video, first off, let me say thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you endured some of our rants, you endured some of our tour of what is ultimately a lovely property, but really didn't meet our expectations of what DVC has trained us to expect. And with the transient occupancy fee that Anaheim has imposed, I just want to restate, we are done with DVC in California. Not that we ever stay at the 3-bedroom Grand Villa, but I never would at over $550 a night added tax. We're just done. We're done with DVC in California. And if Florida and Hawaii follow suit, we will immediately sell off our DVC as well. We just can't afford that. We invested in DVC, and we've put a lot of money into it, and it has afforded us incredible vacations with incredible stays. But we can't add on to that. We just don't have that kind of resource. So, yeah, there you go. Beautiful property overall. As I said, it was swanky, but the rooms were disappointing. Although the next room was a much improvement, to which we felt that there was actually, this is harshly stated, but almost some discrimination against people with disabilities, and the lack of closet, lack of USB, lack of accessibility into a tub, which again, perhaps there are some disabilities where the shorter tub is preferred over a walk-in shower. But nonetheless, we felt that it was just not up to anything we expected. So again, thanks for watching. A bit of a rant, but also a bit of expectation setting. So I hope that helped you and you appreciate our impressions. Go ahead if you would, like, subscribe, follow us. We'd love to have you here. All right, thanks. Be good to others. Bye-bye.